What's up, motherfuckers? It's Daygame in the house, aka Jesus Christ, bitches, from the Church of Christ, talking to you. While I'm sitting here smoking, chilling, I thought, why not talk about approach anxiety? So there are many things you can say about approach anxiety, but in this video I'm gonna talk about my personal case. So do I have approach anxiety? I wouldn't say really, because for me approach anxiety is very different than for most guys. I have literally no shame. I have no fear to talk to anybody. I don't give a fuck, you know? I don't give a shit. So for me it's not the anxiety to go and approach. It's not what it is. For me, it's the anxiety of wasting time. So, for me, in order to do approaches, I need to know that I have a fuck location, that I have time, and I have peace of mind financially, maybe. So, if I have those, for me, it makes no sense to not approach. But for example, if I'm busy working, I know I don't have time and I don't necessarily have a great fuck location, and it just makes no sense to me. So I don't approach in those situations, not because I have approach anxiety. No, it's because I don't want to waste time. That's all. And some people confuse this shit. But some people, they have real approach anxiety. They do have a fuck location. They do have time, they look okay, but they still have no balls to approach. And you gotta know which situation you are in. If you are one of those who just have anxiety to approach, although you have the fuck location, you know you have time, then all you need to do is just to make yourself approach. Why not smoke another cigarette when I'm talking? So it's my last, actually. Again, the one girl came over and we bought some cigarettes, and again I was smoking like crazy. But I hope I won't buy cigarettes anytime soon, because it's also fucking up my sore throat. Like, anyways, back to the topic of approach anxiety. So again, in my case, if I have time, if I have a fuck location, and I have my peace of mind, then of course it makes no sense not to approach. You just approach everything which looks good. You see a nice ass, you go there, you open, you talk, and you don't need to be creative. You just say, hey, just wanted to say you look beautiful. That's all. You don't need much. That's all you need. You can be creative, but you don't need to. But if you are one of those who have time, you have a fuck location, your room, whatever, and it's not too far away from where you would date the girl, and you still have no balls to approach, then all you need to do, like I said, is you need to make yourself approach by any means. For example, you can go out with friends, you can book a coaching with me, I will go out with you together through the streets, I will do unlimited approaches, you can do approaches, and it's just a matter of just tipping you over, like make you jump in the cold water. And a couple of times you do it, you lose the approach anxiety. Of course, there's more to it. Me, for example, when I went out with guys who have approach anxiety and they couldn't approach, I can't remember even one case where I couldn't make the guy approach. It's quite easy. It's just about the small steps. You know, the secret to crush approach anxiety is to do the smallest steps possible which don't create anxiety. For example, what is an approach? Approach consists of walking up to a girl, make her stop, saying hi, and they then say the opener. So you don't think all the way through. All you do is just the next step. What's the next step? Your first step is you walk towards her with your feet. Okay, done. The next step, just to say hi. Okay, you say hi. The next step after this is to say, hey, you're beautiful. Then she says, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, whatever. And then you just say, okay, what's your name? My name is David. And that's all. It's very simple, actually. And the problem is why people still struggle with this is just because they lack the experience. You just have to go through this cycle many times of seeing a girl, walking to a girl, saying hi, say hi, you look good, you look beautiful, you look stylish, whatever. And after this, follow up with information exchange. That's all. You don't try to be creative. Just say, you're beautiful, my name is so and so, what's your name, do you live here, what you up to. You tell her what you up to. For example, I was shopping, or I was on my way to meet a friend. Just basic human exchange of interaction. And this is the secret number one, to do this in small steps which don't create anxiety. The second secret to crush the approach anxiety is to rehearse it in your mind. So, like I told you, it's a process. You walk to a girl, you say hi, you say you're beautiful, you exchange some information, and then you close with either number exchange, or you make up a date on the spot, or you take her to drink something, whatever. So it's a process. And the secret number two to crush the approach anxiety is to rehearse it in your mind. These motorbikes are super loud, motherfuckers. Yeah, but I don't get distracted, bitches. No. So, the secret number two is to rehearse it. This is actually what helped me super strongly when I had my anxiety back then. What I would do, I would just lay on my bed and I would just rehearse this process where you see a girl, you walk up to her, you look in her eyes, you say hi, you say something, then you exchange information, and then after this you exchange numbers or take her on an instant date. And I would just lie on my bed and I would just rehearse it many times in a positive way, because the reason why people have anxiety is because they expect something bad to happen. The anxiety of the unknown. They expect that something bad, some bad rejection will happen. But when you're on your bed alone and you're rehearsing it in your mind, this movie that you see, you make it positive. You make her react positive and so on. So you do it many times, and after this you do it. After you've rehearsed it in your mind many times, it's getting much easier to do it in real time, in real world actually. It makes it easier. And then when you do it in the real world, you will understand that there are many different situations, many different reactions, and bit by bit you just lose this anxiety. But of course, the quickest way to lose the approach anxiety is to go out with me and just see how I approach. Do yourself a couple of approaches, then it's done.